G'day guys, it's Art with Smurf. Welcome to Anime. This is our first series. We're going to be kicking it off and I'm really excited. So, we'll be going over in this video right now over budget, what materials you need, your workspace, where we're going to be starting, where this video is going to end up. This video today is just on sketching. We're going to start right from the beginning with the basics. So if you've never done this before, or you have and you want to just see how I do it, you want to comment or you want to learn, this is the video. So let's take a look at my workspace, what we'll be needing, such as lighting, what paper we'll need, what pencils, and this won't cost too much money. If you're an artist, you've probably got all this stuff already. If not, you can get a good setup. We're talking probably about 50 bucks is all you need. Oakley dokley, this is my workspace. Just going to show you guys some stuff you'll need, how you want to conduct your sketching, the environment you'll be working in. My room's a bit cramped. I'd like to have a bigger desk, but this is about all I can fit in here. And it's literally a piece of timber just on a table, but it's stable. Here, I'll turn on quickly. This is my light, which I really recommend. This is a fluorescent bar light. I'll just quickly show you. It can be placed anywhere. It folds up, it tilts. This was a bit expensive, so don't go out and buy one of these. It's about 50 bucks. And as I said, you can probably get a setup for about 50 bucks. That doesn't just include a light, because that'd be fucking useless. This is a sketchbook I got. This is my manga sketch diary with, I haven't done much in it. Just shading, there's some hair, that's really light, you probably can't see that. And just stuff, not really sketching. All you Neon Genesis fans, got my mascot here, Oscar a Langley Soryu. Anyway, that's irrelevant. Eraser, yeah, $2. I've got, I call this, I don't know, the duster, and this is really helpful because when you blow on your page, I tend to spit on it and it just wrecks it. So if you decide to erase something, you get these remnants, if you will, these like annoying dusty things, and you get this, just dust it off. So I recommend getting one of these. They're only a couple of bucks. They're really originally meant for dusting off LCD screens, and they're really light. They won't affect your drawing. Just get into grey leads, because that's what we'll be needing. Graded pencils. Something like this was $5 on eBay. I got it within 2 days. I haven't used it that much, but if you're starting off sketching, you're not actually doing a grey lead picture. This is just sketching. These are fine. It doesn't matter if you break them. They're not the best quality, but as I said, they're only for sketching, so who gives a shit? Of course, you can move up. These are a bit more expensive. To Derwent's. This is my lovely set I've got, but I won't use these for sketching. Reason being, I'll only use these for final pieces. So yes, I would use them for a sketch, but only if it was just going to be a sketch, not if we were going to keep erasing it and drawing over it, because our final product will be colour. It'll be in Pitt pens, but let's not get into that. We'll get that later. When it comes to sharpening pencils, I honestly can't stand pencil sharpeners. They just shit me up the wall. I'm getting an electric one on eBay soon, made by Derwent, so that's about $24. That should be alright. I tend to use just a hobby knife. Simple. And can just, these are only a couple of bucks, this is a pretty cheap one. You can really get a nice angle. Unlike a pencil sharpener, you can see what you're doing. You can expose more lead. You can even sharpen the lead. If I want to be really accurate, got a small bit of P80, which isn't too coarse, sandpaper, and I tend to file it down just to get that really sharp point. You can really, ooh, I don't want to draw that, really get fine lines with that. And if you expose more lead, you can change your angle, get thicker lines. Anyway, back to what we will need. Now, I recommend just using printing paper. If you're going to sketch, it's nasty, it's cheap, it's not going to matter. Our final product won't be on that paper. I don't want to get too much into paper because fuck me, I've learned so much about it. I'm sick of it. We'll discuss it as we go through this series, so don't worry. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Also, it helps to have some basic things like a ruler. They're a couple of bucks. And I love these guys. If you went to high school, you'll definitely remember, of course you guys went to high school. Remember Mathemats? These can be bought on eBay too. They're really cheap. You can get some nice patterns like circles and curves. I use them just when it suits. If not, I don't have a pack, but you can get French curves, I think. Yeah, French curve set. They look like this. They're just, I don't know if you can see this, but they're just curved pieces of plastic, sort of like that. And they come in really cool patterns, just for when you need to do curves. As you can see, when drawing humans, they're just all curves. So really cool to have. You get really accurate. As you know, sketching isn't about perfection. This will come in later. I just want to show you guys what I've got. So if you were to go out and purchase X amount of stuff from an art shop or on eBay, you won't have to go back, and if you went to a shop, the more stuff you buy, they can usually give you a deal. I'm just showing you what we're going to be using in this series. We won't get into colour and textures. We'll talk about that next series because sketching is going to be the biggest part of drawing anime. Now, I have, what do I use? I use this thing. I forgot the name of it. I call it Bendy Wendy. And it's really cool. Really durable rubber, as you can see. And it bends to any shape. So we'll just get our mascot here. You go there. So, this is a really bad example. But you can bend it to any shape. Not as efficient as French curves, which I really want to get. I'll have them hopefully by next episode. But just the idea of what we're going to do is sketch something and then we're going to transfer that, use a light box, which I'll get into later. But if you've got, let's say, a curve like this that's sketched, and then, you know, you get the idea of what you want, you're happy with that, you've erased it, refined it, whatever it may be. When we use this, we can just shape it to here. And of course, especially if we're using a fine line or a Pitt pen or a Copic marker, a texter, whatever, you can't erase them. So with doing this, we can get a perfect curve. And that's just going to help. It's going to look so cool. I have done anime pictures without curves, without Bendy Wendy here, and they just come up a bit rough and not as perfect as they could be. So ever spend money on art supplies, definitely get one of these. Okay, thanks for listening to this, guys. I know it's getting a bit boring. We're nearly done. We're getting through all the boring but important stuff. So let's have a break from materials and workspace. Let's look at some literature and learning books. This video isn't as fun as I thought it would be. Anyway, so this is techniques for drawing female manga characters. These are, I'd say, your best quality techniques for drawing manga, anime, I like to call it, same shit. These you don't have to have, but if you want to improve, because this isn't the video that's going to make you the best artist in the world. Obviously you want to go out and do some stuff by yourself. This is just some references that I grew up with. These books are, yeah, $50 each. They're really expensive. Another cool one is How to Draw Manga Illustrating Battles. Same publisher. Graphic Shah. Okay. What's his name? Hikaru Hayashar. Okay, well, thanks Hikaru. You've actually helped a lot. Really cool stuff though. Detailed. Simple instructions. These are on eBay. I've seen them. They're not much cheaper. Bookshops don't really exist anymore, but you will find them in art and bookshops. My final one, and this will be probably in our next anime series. Reason being, it's pretty advanced. It's this is a Copic special, How to Draw Manga special. It's all Copic markers, and if you can see here, the lovely lady's got a spray gun, which are really cool. I've never used them before, but that's the point of this series. I want to get into it, and some of the illustrations in this book are just unbelievable. It's like Photoshop art, but done in the studio. So I know it's cheaper to do it in Photoshop and it won't cost you heaps and it'll be quicker, but if you can do this as studio art, which I hope we can both do together later on in this series, it's really impressive. And you will be a true artist. Even though you probably already are. I'm just talking shit. So I can't wait to get into the spray gun. I know this is all future shit, and I'm jumping ahead of myself. But these are available on eBay. I think you can get them second hand, or you can get ebooks that are a lot cheaper. But if you're really serious about anime, definitely invest in some of these. And they range from just whatever you want to do. As you can see, they've got heaps of copies. Yeah, heaps. There was only 3 on that. Ah, here we go. So, female character, cult and horror, bones, bodies and anatomy. See, I already want to buy that one. That's cool. Male characters. We actually will be doing a male character after this series. They're harder to draw for me. I haven't had much experience. Another thing I'd like to just quickly show you lovely people is these reference boards I made. One thing that's going to be a challenge is drawing hands. Maybe not for everyone, but the majority of you guys who watch Art with Smurf are going to probably have a bit of struggles. I did myself. It took me ages to learn how to draw hands. What you're looking at, this piece of crap here, is I've gone on Google, just looked up how to draw hands, got a piece of A3 paper, cut them out from A4, and just stuck on all my favourite ones. And I just look at it. I might sit it just here. When I'm sketching hands, I'll say, yeah, that's a cool idea, or that's a technique that's going to help. You know, the challenge a feat. These reference boards might not be the most professional, best looking. This is just what I chose, what I like. It just helped me go right down to basics, all different angles. So I recommend after this video, maybe if you struggle with faces or eyes or noses, make a reference board. They're easy to make. You can just make one in Paint if you need to and just have it on your screen if you don't want to spend any money. Get some music going, just use that. But I do recommend practicing what you're not good at, and it'll make, well, it won't make my life easier, but it'll help you guys at home if you're sketching along and watching this dribble that I post on YouTube. Anyway, okay, a couple more things. We've pretty much covered everything, and I know you guys are getting really excited watching this fucking Go desk. In a work environment, it's good to have a really quiet atmosphere. Definitely have music going, really loud, even though I just said have a quiet atmosphere. What I mean by a quiet atmosphere is try not to have Facebook open or your phone on or people constantly interrupting, because that just really distracts you from your work. I've been through it all. It made me angry, got put off. Just like, fuck this, I can't do it. These assholes just won't leave me alone. Even just tell people, look, you know, I'm going to go sketch for a couple of hours. Leave me the hell alone, or I'll kick your ass. Have a clean environment. Well, I'm not your mum, you don't have to. It just helps to have things organised. This is a bit, you know, messy now, but if I had this desk and I was sketching, I'd just have sketching stuff. That's pointless. Fuck it off. Besides that, I just want to show you my little easel I have here. So we'll just move Mr. Light and all this other crap. Fuck off. Sorry about this swearing, but this video is boring. I want to do something fun, but we have to go over it. Okay, so if you can see, this is just an easel. These aren't much. This is actually a pretty cheap one. And what I've literally cut out a bit of card. I know you can have a piece of timber or maybe paper or a diary in there. This just acts as something hard, which I can place my paper on. You can put canvas in there too for painting. I haven't done that, but as you can see, it adjusts to everything. I recommend, what do I have it on? I think this, yeah, this is the setting I had. I had one more up, sorry. And I think this is about 30 degrees. This is what I'm happy with. I might have even had it on the other one. Actually, maybe I like this one better. But you figure it out for yourself. I'm not going to sit here and bore the hell out of you. That's the back. You can see you've got some slides here. That would have been really loud, sorry about that. All clamps, you can just adjust it. They're just so cool to have. I hate drawing on flat surfaces. I recommend anywhere from 22.5 to 45 degrees. Just so much easier. The light comes down, your hands don't get in the way. Oh, and by the way, if you haven't guessed yet, I'm left-handed. So, for all those people out there that are left-handed, you probably like this. It's not going to matter. I don't smudge my pictures and, you know, my handwriting and all those cliche things that come up. So if you're left-handed, and I've been called, oh, you've got a deformity, Chris, you're left-handed. That's a load of shit. Don't let that discourage you. Fuck those assholes. I'm allowed to use whatever hand I want. If you're ambidextrous, then more power to you. I've never met anyone who's ambidextrous. Oh God, I'm talking shit. Okay, we're just going to zoom in now, and I'd like to show you guys some more of what we're going to be doing now. Oh, how fucking exciting, Chris. I know you're sitting there thinking, oh, can we fast forward this? But it's all going to become relevant. You might even use this video as a reference. I'm going to go over some character design just quickly. So hang on guys, I'll just get it ready. Okay, got the correct camera angle now. Okay guys, this is a presentation I did last year. And I know theory is boring. I got a really cool score for this too. These are some just items like sunglasses, a bracelet, just some stuff, not really important. It's all sketching though, like I've done some hats here, these are just quick sketches. And there's a shoe for some reason. This is just theory at the moment. It'll become relevant. I know everyone wants to get to prac. There's some feet I sketched. Hands. As I said before, really important. Hard to do, as you can see. That's really retarded. Hey. So just some different perspectives, some different hair I was working on. And then we get more into things like height. So as you can tell, a body, there's actually about she's 9 of her own heads high, pretty much. That's really important when working out proportions and sizes. And this guy here is the same, pretty much 9 faces, I should say, not heads, in height. As you can see, I've gauged it here. We won't have to do anything like this. We're going to do it a different way. This is just to show my teacher, you know, I've got half a brain, sort of. These are cool. I like doing these lines. These little bars here, they just help me, they're joint bars. So if the knee moves there or the foot moves there, you can sketch the angle. That just helps so much, well for me anyway. Then after you've sketched that, you get to your final lines and we start seeing shape. And then we can put clothes on, add hair, shoes, accessories. These blue lines I've put in represent shading or lighting. They just help me a lot. I love doing them. Alright, we'll be doing this. This is a final that's been coloured in. And again, the same thing. There's a final single. The other one was a 3. Sorry, I won't do that too fast. These are 3. Front, side, back. We won't be getting into this technical stuff. It's just to give you guys an idea of how I started, what I went through. There's a basic sketch which turns into that. This is what we're going to be doing. Let's get through this. Well, that one's upside down. That's fucking great. And this is our guy character. Again, back, front, side. More sketching. So this is how I want to start off. Just make it really easy for you guys so you get the hang of it. So, go next one. And this is basically the sketching progress to the finished progress, which we're going to be going through. It's not going to be as rough as this. I had to do this project really quick, as you do at uni. There's never any fucking time. So that's just a taste. You can fast forward this. Well, yeah, now I tell you can fast forward it. This isn't really that important. I just want to give you guys an idea of what we'll be doing, what we'll be going through. Here's another quick piece. As you can see, joint lines. If you notice the hand to the left, it's basically just a rectangle. The body's just made up of circles. I've sketched some lines in. I've been erasing, redoing them until I'm happy with the figure. You can see sizes of the waist, the legs, the feet, the head, the position it's in. And after, that's the hard part. When you work all that out, you just go over it and it takes shape. It's, of course, it can be time consuming but really rewarding. And just finally, I wanted to show, I know this isn't really related, but I want to show you guys just a couple of things. This is an anime chick I've drawn. And then just for the outline, I've scanned her into Illustrator or Photoshop. This one's done in Illustrator and made her into a vector. And when we do our final pieces, a lovely mascot, I drew Oscar. That is just in, I think they're Stabilo textures. Pretty grainy. I don't like the skin colour. I didn't use Bendy Wendy, so you can see the curves are a bit out of shape and not that flowing. In comparison, if you use Copic markers and Mathemats, rulers, whatever it may be, you get a lot nicer curves. They really work. So there you go. Anyway, just one little quick talk and we're done. Okay guys, thanks for sitting through this video. I think we've covered a lot of stuff. I might have missed some stuff. If not, leave it in the comments and I'll answer. Just a quick overview. We looked at environment, what materials you'll need, what processes we're going through, how we're going to come to our final product, what this series is about, and I hope you got a lot from it. It's been pretty fun. I know it hasn't been as lively, like, yeah! And it's theory. I mean, theory is listening and concentrating and thinking. I just want to touch on the setup for $50. You just want a lamp, which is about $10 to $15. It doesn't have to be the cool bar swivel thing. I use that for painting too. I use it for calligraphy. I use it even for sometimes I use it for lighting in photography. So I say it's money well spent. Also, maybe just a pencil and an eraser. You don't have to have an easel. You can get some books and just stack them up, or like makeshift stuff. As you can see, my lamp is too short. I've just put a Jack Daniels poker set under it, just as a spacer. So improvise, be creative, and you'll save a lot of money. I wouldn't run off and buy everything. All the stuff I have is pretty cool, but it took me a long time, and I just add every week. I'll buy something new, and you're not going to get it straight away unless you got heaps of money, which I don't, so I'm jealous if you do. If you want to go off and buy everything, I'm not going to stop you. Anyway, that's just the $50 setup. I'll put some pictures on this video, just of eBay, just to give you some ideas on some prices and some brands. The brands don't really matter. It's the final product that's going to matter. That's when it could get expensive, but that's later on. Just quality of texture, that's going to be our final. And as you've seen in the examples before, if you use cheap textures and nasty, it comes up good, but not as good as it could be. Especially later on when we get into spraying, you probably want to have Copic markers. But you don't need many, you can buy them individually, you don't need a big pack. So you can just go to even the petrol station, the newsagent, if you want to do it right now, which if I didn't have this crap I'd be doing, because I'm just crazy. It'll only cost $20, $15 for a nice lamp, or fuck, you've probably got this stuff at home. Have a look around. You just need a pencil and an eraser. Sketching is a big thing in art. We're concentrating just on the human body and anime. So if you want some inspiration, go watch Full Metal Alchemist, Neon Genesis, Ghost in the Shell, whatever anime you enjoy. As we go through in the next episode, going to decide what character you want. I do recommend, and what I'm going to be doing is creating a new character. So we're going to go into that. All the basics, what we should do, all the effects you want. But if you want to do it a bit easier, you're a bit of a noob, just find a character you like, find an image on Google, print it off, have it on your screen, and just pick up that pencil and start sketching. Just practice. Practice hands. Everything is going to be relevant. So I know we didn't get to do any drawing this episode. It was just great. We learned a lot. I showed you guys a lot. This video is probably going to go for a bit longer than I anticipated. So just remember, go off whenever you want. You don't have to do it. I'm not your fucking boss. Just do some sketching. Go outside, sketch some plants, sketch inanimate objects, whatever you want. Next episode, we're going to have that other view we just had, just of the sketch, and I'm going to be talking. We might play some music because it might get boring, might have to fast track it. We're going to start our first character, or a character that's inspired you or that you think's really cool, and we'll kick that off. Anyway guys, thanks for listening to my crap. This has been Wishmurf. Leave some comments, and if you're really insane like me, subscribe. And thanks just once again, all you artists, designers, noobs, whoever the hell you are, thanks for watching, thanks for the attention. I think we've made some progress. This series should go good. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time when we'll be sketching and really getting into it. So I hope you've learned something. And if not, well, just rewind it and see you guys on the next episode.